Good afternoon on what is a cool, grey and cloudy day. It is Tuesday the 18th of June and I'm in the read nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a little game to unbox. This is Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. Gloomhaven and its mercenaries get shrunk down in this unique standalone single-player adventure. The box includes 6 unique mercenaries, each with a micro-miniature, character card, 8 double-sided ability cards and more, 20 new 2 scenario cards with mini battle maps, 24 condition tokens, 10 double-sided monster stat cards featuring 20 distinct foes, and it's for one player, ages 10 plus, and plays in 20 minutes. There we go. And the other thing about it is scan for game rules, tutorial, and more. So, a Gloomhaven game you can hold in your hand and play at the table without having to clear all of the table. Because if you're aware what Gloomhaven is a really big box. In fact, it's probably about 10 times the size of this box. It is huge, but it does contain everything you need in terms of sort of boards, figures, miniatures, rules, counters, and so on to play a role-playing campaign with a considerable actual physical presence on the table. It's sort of a hybrid between a board game and a role-playing game, and has been a big hit over the years, and it gives you everything you need to play. It looks like a big investment, but when you think about what you might invest in a role-playing game, not so much. But Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs is a version that you can play on your own at home when you don't want to basically unbox that, unpack that big box, lay out all on the table, play, and then put it back again. Let's have a look at what is inside. It comes away nicely, got nicely detailed on the side of the box, and what you see is that's the first thing you see, which is learn to play. Little rulebook. It's 36 pages long, so it looks thicker given its size, but it's not really that long or detailed a rulebook, because you're literally straight into getting started, and there's a QR code there. You just go click on that. I can learn how to play. It takes me through a tutorial, and then we are going through the rules and the scenario deck sort of mentioned there, and got character set up, explanation of the cards, continuing through that process, and then we're on to how to play a scenario. And the different actions you can take. So we've got move there, and then we've got attack, and additional abilities: jump, range, area of effect, various conditions you can suffer or inflict. Action moves like pierce, shield, push, and then adding in the elements like wind and so on. Details on card selection, ordering of initiative, what the characters do on their turns, what the monsters do on their turns, how to handle monster damage and monster activation, active bonuses, end around details, and what can we got basically with B-side cards, targeting, retaliation, last actions, and how to negate damage. Again, bringing in those elements into play. The heal action, probably quite an important one. Resting, that's a long rest or a short rest, and if that fails, how to deal with exhaustion, and continue to learn and play. And then you've got the credits on the back. So that's an incredibly short little rulebook. Definitely probably recommend you look at the tutorial. That's probably going to be a big help as well, because essentially you're going to have someone guiding you through it. So what have we got underneath? That is this. So you've got miniatures, and these are really quite tiny. They do come in their own little Ziploc bag. So just to show you one. And that's actually quite detailed for, you know, 10mm, 6mm, sort of kind of size miniature. And you've got, let's say, 6 of those in there. Then you've got some counters, plastic, not wooden. So you have a single die, and that is actually, it's not quite a fudge die, which is just sort of simple, you know, for the role-playing game fudge, where you've got the cross and the minus on, because you've also got the 0. Okay, you've got a whole load of these condition trackers. So, you know, that, so you've got you've got 5 of those, and then you've got a big stack of cards. So the first ones you've got are these action trackers of actions you can take. Let's just have a look at those. So fire orbs, crackling air. So there's kind of spells that you could cast, or and you've got equipment like a hook gun, crank bow, a repulsor gun, or a dangerous contraption. Other effects like parasitic influence or possession, debatable which is worse, withering claw, or empathic assault, kinetic assault, rock tunnel. So, yeah, different abilities on those cards. Let's just pack those away. And the next pack, got a bit more variety in here. So you've got more of those ability cards from Payne's End, Duelist Advance, Wall of Doom, Champ on the back. So more of those. And then we have kind of action cards, so a whole stack of those, different colours, and then monster cards. You've got the Demon Prince on one side, and on the back, Venomous Centipede, Goring Beetle on one side, and Gloom Toad. So, got quite a sheaf of those. I've got those. So just put these back in the plastic bag, and I don't want to they're being uncooperative. Next we have, gonna need a knife for these. Okay. So I've got like a icon reference card. There we go. And then these are the setups for the different scenarios. So you've got scenario 1. There we go. A Rude Awakening. So that's the little mini setup you've got, and the details of the scenario on the back. So they're all like that, and then all the way up to the final scenario, the showdown, and all the details of the scenario on the back. So there's those. Okay, and then you've got basically that's the front. You've got like the scenario deck. That's the sort of like front of that pack. And below that, I think these are going to be like the mercenary cards and the Tinkerer, Spellweaver, Bruiser, and what's that? Cragheart, and each of these have got their own stats on the back and essentially details on the front with the condition tracker there. So there's those, and then beneath that, sort of got like these are going to be like, I think more like your condition trackers. So you've got a little space in there for tracking that. And then you've got the little counters for slotting into place as needed. So yeah, that's everything you need to play Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. That's a really nice little complete game, a bit different I suppose from what you're used to seeing for something as grand as Gloomhaven. Just pack everything away. Just want to make sure I've got everything because the problem is it's Buttons and Bugs, so everything is quite small. But it's all in there now, and that goes there on top like that. And you just close the box again, and that's I think that's a really nice little looking game. For you playing your miniatures combat, basically your mini adventure game. You know, when you don't have your friends round, you don't have time to get Gloomhaven out and so on. That's a great alternative. At kind of not quite pocket size unless you've got bigger pockets, but definitely more pocket friendly. Anyway, that's Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings from the Nook, where you will see me out here typically with a box containing a book or game or role-playing game, or in this case, a mini version of a very big role-playing board game, which I'll unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.